Okay, we will see today how we can work with Salesforce. First, we'll see the connecting to the Salesforce, and then we'll see how we can query the Salesforce objects. And later on, we'll see how we can use send option for updating or creating or deleting the records. So you can see Boomi have added a new feature, XSLT. It's a new completely UI updated. This release items per platform is updated with a new brand. This also release include tech preview of XSLT in a Boomi integration. Build processes to apply XSLT transformation to XML document with ease. Our user guide features a new content to help users to. So earlier we were going with custom script for applying XSLT. Now they given them as an inbuilt option. Okay, we'll see these things later maybe. What is XSLT, all these things. Okay, now let's go with the new component. Let's go with Salesforce. Account query. Create. So you can go with Salesforce directly here. Action is get only. So click on connection since it's the first time. So here you can see now you want to logged in, right? So what's the version it is showing here? There is the AP 15. It means it's 15th version. It is you are logged in into the 15th version. So here also you can see current version is also matching. This is maximum concurrent connections. Maximum concurrent connections in the sense how many connections simultaneously will be opened. Let's say you might be doing a similar process, you might be running at the same time. One might be querying, one might be for when I say similar concurrent means at a particular second, these all are executing at the same time. So it will establish a different connections. So how many connections you want to open? That's basically here. So we'll enter the username and password. Username is this one. Password would be a combination of password plus this is a passcode. So it is combination of password plus passcode. So this is actual password. The password becomes. So if you go through the Salesforce document, this is clearly mentioned. This is how you need to pass the username and password along with the set security token. So that's why we already logged in into the Salesforce. Logged into Salesforce, went to the settings, reset my security token so that its security token will be sent to an email, and don't click again reset security token. Once you reset the security token again, it will old one will again will overwritten. It means again you need to change in your wherever you are using it connection or whatever it is. And one more thing, whenever you change the password to this particular account, again your token also will be need to change. Okay, that's all. Now let's click on save and close. Now let's go for operations. So always, right? So for Salesforce, all application connectors, we don't know what could be the structure of each objects, right? So what most of the times Boomi facilitates is you don't need to create the request and response profile. You select the object, then I will automatically generate the request and response profiles. That's the Boomi will be providing. So that's why you can see object is not now showing. Once you complete the import wizard, then your then your object is configured and response profile is also configured. Earlier is these all things are not visible at all. Then now it is visible. Earlier not visible at all. So after we complete the import wizard, we will able to see the values getting populated here. Okay, because we don't have an option to manually create the profile, right? We don't have an option. Click on import. So click on connection, Salesforce. Click on next. As soon as when I click on next, whatever the username and password that you passed it here, username and password that's trying to connect to the Salesforce. As soon as I click on next, logging into the Salesforce. If it is showing the list of options, means yes, it is the username and password you supplied is correct, and it is able to connect to the Salesforce. Now we have a lot of new objects is been exposed. Okay, generally we'll go with the root level object is the account level object. So we'll go with account level object. So it will be similar to that, but we'll go with the account. How many accounts are there? And we can see the contact as well. Contact also. Okay, we'll see the later contact. So what you wanted to do this, since we are only selecting a query option, right? So get option, inbound option means only query will be there. If you select it as an outbound, you might be seeing create, update, delete. So since only one is there, that's why it's showing only query. Okay, now click on next. Building object tree. So for that particular object, what could be the list of fields that a Boomi will be automatically generating, and that structure will be generated as an XML profile. So most of the times, all the application connectors, this Salesforce is a part of an application connector. So almost all application connectors will be providing you the this import wizard to generate the XML profiles. It might be request, it might be response. It depends upon the connector your operation you're trying. So in this case, we are only querying the option, so we can only see the response profile. But if you see an inbound option, outbound option for either creating or updating, you might be seeing the request and response profiles. Click on finish. So this one automatically gets added, naming convention also. You see different options. Earlier there is no advanced tab. Whatever these options, right, is basically used to include it here after show SQL only. First we'll see the basic options. So maybe if you want any of the few of the fields you don't want to display in that list, right? So let me show you this. If you go here, how to see the list of accounts objects is go to home. Stands too slow. And then second, let it take. So it will connect to the Salesforce and it will give a list of all the accounts information. Okay, you can just go here and view log, and you can see 12 documents is written. Let's try to view the one of the one. So this is account is this particular day. This is always most of the times, right? For every object, Salesforce will be generating an ID for every object that is going to create it. It's automatically generated by the Salesforce. It's basically called as internal ID. Whenever you want to update anything, right? So if you want to update anything account level objects, so you need to pass the account ID. This is compulsory, you need to pass. So you can see a lot of fields are there. So what you want to do is you don't want all these fields, right? So maybe you can just want very few of the fields. So then what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and go to this operation. So you can just unselect those things. Maybe I don't want master record ID, parent ID. Then I just want billing street. I don't want shipping information all. The phone need, fax need, account number, website photo, sick industry, annual revenue, number of employees, ownership, ticker symbol, description, rating, site, owner ID, created date, created by, last modified. Let's say I don't want all these things. So you can just select all these things and select, so that even though the profile it has the fields, but it won't withdraw the, it won't extract these elements in the response after running it. So you can just click on save and close. Now you can see. Okay, so you can just go to home tab. Why this is becomes too slow? You close this first. So now if you just try to see these things, right? So you might have seen very less fields. You can see, no, it's very less fields are there. This is the one option. So now other options what we can see is how we can filter the records. How we can filter the records. As of now, we just queried it. Maybe you can just understand it as select star from the table. So far that's the only thing we did it. But this time what we want to do is we want to apply where class conditions. We will just go and see the list of like let's go to the Salesforce login. No, the system is okay. I'll first go ahead and so it's maybe you can imagine this is very similar to the database connector, the way how we apply the logging conditions. So now go to Boomi and you can see the filter sections. Okay, you can see the filter sections. In the filter section, what you can do, you can add a parameters over here, add an expression. So you can do a lot of things here. Maybe you want to filter based on name, or you want only shipping address only from this particular region. So it can be any kind of a queries you can try. But the thing is, what I'm trying to show you here is I'll just query based on account name filter. So let's go for accounts. Here accounts. Click on the accounts. So you can see don't select the recently one. Let's select all accounts. How many accounts you see? 12 accounts. Those 12 accounts only that's came when we run it now. Now let's say I want to what I can to do is something like United Oil. So I just say something like if my account name contain United Oil, then I want to retrieve all these things. Okay, something if my account name contain United Oil, then I should be able to retrieve it. It means one, two, three records will be returned. Let's see. Or else what you can also do something like your billing state, or you might be seeing what type of type based on type also. You can go filter on any number of elements what you want to filter. But anyway, I just want to do this one. So let's go to the field, right? In the field, whatever you have this profile will be automatically gets browsed. So I can go ahead and select the account name field. In the name field, I just the naming convention is just following p underscore name. P stands for parameter. So then actual name. So is equal to, you have a lot of operations you can here. Equal to, not equal to, greater than, equal, less than, in, comma, not in, includes, excludes. So maybe you can just put like. Okay, like is something like SQL query. Since we selected a parameter, right? So it is asking us to pass the parameter over here. Import one condition. So you can just mention in between. You can just star. You can mention it. Like means in between like star or percentage. I don't know. Okay, let's see this one. In BB generally we'll go with percentage as an to represent any number of characters in the like keyword. But here we'll see this one. I think this one doesn't return. View log, you can go to view log and you can also see the what query it has been executing. Also, I think you will be able to see. Why it is not showing query? Okay, let's put the percentages here. Percentages. Okay, now it resulted few records. Let's go ahead and verify the what all these records. You can see United Oil and Gas Corporation, and you should get all these things: United Oil and Gas Corporation, United Oil Gas Singapore, United Oil and Gas UK. Only three things will get it. So let's select the second document left side. You can see this is UK. This is Singapore. So we got only three of them. So that's one option. That's maybe you want to filter it later on. You can say as of now the documents came individual, right? Now I don't want log SQL and batch results. Okay, maybe this I just selected. I thought of log query will be printed in the log file. Batch results in the sense what happens is instead of documents are each account returning as each record as a separate document, it will try to combine in all the things in one, and it will give us the one document. So I'll show you how it looks like now. You can see only one record came. You can see now under the account, you can see the account list. Okay, account list. So three accounts came here also, but there is a root level object account list is there. So whenever you select batch result optimization, right, you need to create an XML profile with similar name, similar profile what you have on response profile, but with the addition of parent element account list. Since the account list is not added anywhere, it's not mentioned profile. You can see it's not mentioned in profile. Only account is mentioned. That's why you can need to, whenever you have such kind of a things, right, you need to change your profile, or you need to add one more profile so that you can get all those things. You are not supposed to change the profile here, because if you change the profile again the structure will be added. And you can also do one more thing is you can also sort the elements. Let's say I want to sort by name only. So these are the things what exactly you need to understand. The one is you can do the querying. With this one, first you are able to generate the profiles and configure the objects. The second thing is you can able to configure the filter conditions, and also you can configure the sorting operations. You can configure in the get of the Salesforce get action. You can say Singapore, next came UK. Okay, this is how accounts are being sorted out. So if you want to generally most of the things when we use this batch option, right? So batch result when we use it, if you want to extract some report, maybe you want to see after the data comes into the Boomi, right? So you know how to use a map shape to transform the data from one format to another format, and then you already know how to use the DDB connector to insert the data into table, or you might be using a disk or SFTP or a FTP connector to dump the data into a file and push the file into a server, FTP or SFTP server. These all things are very similar things now. So you can do something like patterns you can extract, and you can transform it to a flat file. Most of the things it will transforming it to the flat file and storing it into the database or file. That's how usually will be there. If want, you can just also try. But what we are going to do is we'll just try to create one account. We'll just try to create a one account. Similar to what we saw the DB one, right? So if the customers are not there, and then we are checking and then inserting the data into database. Similar things also we are doing it here.
Verma, can we do using the FTP? You can writing the file and then putting into DB.
Writing it to FTP and then putting into DB now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you can do, right? What is challenge? Oh, oh, oh. What is the challenge here?
No, just asking you.
You can do anything. So you can use it as FTP servers, and then you can just click on this. Only program action test, no public username and password. I can just web. Okay. So I'm not using this. So let's try this FTP, FTP, SFTP. You are asking for FTP, right? Connect with WX
So you,
FTP.
you can do anything. You can do anything. Which one is useful, you can do it. Whether it's FTP, SFTP, whatever it is.
So you can just go ahead and let's run this process and so that will generate some data. Okay, I'll data and copy this to here. Enable language as an XML. So let's create a table called account in Boomi. Let's try to see SFTP is connecting or not first. So it's somewhere failed. Okay, then how to start this server? Earlier I downloaded one of this one that is very simple. Web config.
There is some executable file, exe file.
Sorry?
There is some executable exe file.
Yes, I'm just looking for password where it is password.
Oh, okay. While downloading itself in the portal, that showed the demo password like that don't work.
Mm, Checking is there any other option need to change the passwords? Somewhere they might be giving these password options can be changed.
Yeah, yeah.
It is not there, so let me just run this one. I don't know why it is not started. Aborting. How come this is created? DBC is not created. Let's try to create a new table account. Let's add few columns quickly as we are able to generate. ID is an integer, not an integer. It is a type a string varchar. How many columns this one is? 18. Okay. Name. I'll just insert few of the tables or few of the columns. Name, type, phone, tax, account number, number of employees, description. Just want to load till this one. So let me create this save. So account table is gets created. So now let's go to Boomi. Let's configure the database connector. Let's configure. Let's click on plus. Let's click on plus again. So we already familiar with this. I'm just going a bit fast. So click on import. Select dev. Let's select account. Finish. On 7 plus. Sorry. Shit. We need to insert it. Keep it. Let's we need to select send. dynamic, dynamic insert, click on import. So finished. Account insert. Save and close. So we will go to take map. System is too slow. Click on plus. So here you will select the DB profile here. Account insert. So let's click on save. So let's go to here. Go to an XML profile. Self account query. So let's copy this, paste it again here only. So I will be going to add that account list as a root element. No need to give any name. So choose the folder where you want to store it, demo. So it automatically give the duplicate naming. SF account query, plot file. Let's go here. I'm just adding some element complex type here. You might have understand the XSD. If you might have gone through it, you might have understand this one. Something else better. I'll go to delete element. I'll add an element here directly. Add an element declaration. So I don't have a paste option. Paste. One second. Account list, not an account list. This is an account only. And I don't want all these elements to be presented in this one. Okay, so I just define type. So let me delete this element as well. Oh yeah, I don't have an option to delete this. So let me create new profile. XML create new profile. I have to delete all the profiles element manually. So I don't want to delete all these things manually. So paste. Okay, so that's why I'll just rename this as an account list. This one will be an account here. So just an account list. So remaining as usual. So I just want to change max occurrence to unbounded account one. So save and close. So let's click on Bhumi suggest. Let's map this account ID to here account ID. So name, type, phone number, number lives. I think it's everything in map. Account insert. I'll just map something like account insert map. So let's ignore this. There should be very simple one, not this much complex one. There should be a simple SFTP server will be there. Why this is trying to start, but this one is not starting. Nothing, and it is going. The system is like this. Download 30-day free trial. Okay, earlier it is free actually. Now they made it as licensing.
Yeah, looks like.
I think it's asking for installation. Okay, you can try any of the SFTP servers, so you can download it. So unzip installation, configure and run server. Run user. Where is this? I think we need to configure something like this. Oh, that's why I started another one. Okay. So now let me go ahead and see this one. CMD. Say that Guru command. Okay, it's asking to run. Some time I think. So nothing you need to do. I think it's taking a lot of time in my system. So what you can do is you can just you can put a one branch shape here. If you want to generate a flat file, what we can do is you can just drag and drop the branch shape. The first branch you can insert the data. Just connect this. I don't know why system becomes too slow. It's taking a lot of time to just connecting. So I'll just wrap up. So I'll just connect the branch shape. In the first branch shape, I'll enter the data into database. The second branch, you can maybe put another map shape to transform the XML to flat file and then generate that file into an SFTP or FTP server. Export stop. It specifies that warning specified folder does not exist and user won't be able to access the folder. Add user my user. Added user my user. Says already exist. Boom. And this one also boom. Okay, and then run it. So we'll just go ahead and create the flat file. Okay. Why is slow? System is too slow, so I don't know. Maybe let's run this one. So you can just try those things. The account data, you will see nothing. So let's refresh this. Let's see any error occurred. File directories user download play boom keys was not found. So it just says some maybe we need to download some other things. Okay, you can see that these things maybe if we just remove all these things, right? So this time it will be inserted, almost 12 records will be there. So you can just try that. You want to generate a file, flat file, you can use a map shape in the second branch, transform the XML to flat file. And then you can set up one of the SFTP servers or FTP servers, and then you can try to run it. Because I was actually, I run it in C folder, right? You can just put it in, when you're running this command prompt only, you can run it as an admin. Then you create all the keys folder and everything.
Okay, I'll try myself. If not, tomorrow we can take a look at it. I mean, maybe sometime later in the day,
Recent
if you're
log
able to
column
connect,
per
then we can connect
description.
that.
So it says for description, it says you can, it's very similar. You can try any other SFTP servers, but only you need to follow some steps to how SFTP server will be working. After that, you will be able to insert the data. So there is nothing big challenge in that. So if you see the data, what happens? So table account, what's this? Even I put too long, still there isn't sufficient for data. I think try previous test. So what you can do is tomorrow you can know the way how we did similarly an account, right? So you can try to do for account. Similarly, try to create an account, and you can extract this data. You can extract this Salesforce data as an XML file. The way how I extracted. Using this, you can add some of the modify very minor things and try to create create a Salesforce account. And before creating account, you can check in Boomi, do lookups whether the account is already exist. If the account not exist, then go ahead and create an account. Otherwise, just go ahead and update it. So you can just try
Oh,
that.
nice.
For any challenging, we'll see this. So if you see the data, you can see now data is inserted for all the records. The description is used. Failure is rejected. Okay, chalo, we'll see tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
Good morning, Nani.
High five. I'm asking high five.